Good afternoon, Eagle fans. We're here joined by head baseball coach Chris Schwartz as the Eagle program found out today that alum Caleb Bosley is going to be making his Major League Baseball debut tonight for the Milwaukee Brewers. Let's talk just a little about Caleb, Chris.
Caleb's an awesome guy. I think most people from the outside looking in are going to remember all the accomplishments that he had on the mound, and how dominant he was in college during those World Series runs, and just an awesome pitcher. But the best thing about Caleb is probably his personality, and anybody who spent time around him knows this. Dynamic personality, fun to be around, loves the game. Pitchers only pitch every 5, 6, 7 days, whatever it is, and all those days in between, he filled them up, man. And especially on doubleheader days when he wasn't pitching, everybody knew he was there, and in a good way, in a positive way, an awesome teammate, and obviously a great performer. But super proud of Caleb. I mean, he deserves it like nobody else.
Let's stay on Caleb just for a second, and just maybe I know you were reminiscing with me a little bit the other day, but just maybe a highlight from his Eagle days that maybe sticks out to you.
Like I said, there's so many highlights about his shenanigans and his goofball attitude, But on the field, there's the one that probably sticks out. Well, there's two that stick out kind of the most, and one of them was a complete game shutout that he threw and didn't really realize it at the time, and he had a couple of those, but one of them was a 104 pitch complete game shutout, and we kind of found out after the fact that it was we threw 101 fastballs in that game, and the opposing coach didn't. I mean, he wasn't mad at anybody, but he made us know, let us know that was the case, and he was a little bit upset about that we just blew a bunch of fastballs by him. And another fun one day, we against a conference opponent, we just went inside outside for about 3 innings. We threw all fastballs and just went fastball in, fastball out, back and forth for about 3 innings, and started where we left off the next inning. And that was kind of a fun little game. I mean, he had his ability to locate was better than anybody we've ever had in our program, and probably better than anybody we've ever faced. And I think that's what made him so great to start with. Is he wasn't a high velo guy right away, and he had to pitch, and he learned how to hit dimes, and he just hit dimes and hit spots and hit corners, and then all of a sudden his velo came and got better and better and better, and his secondary pitches developed, and he continued to locate like he did early on. That's why I think he's as successful as he is.
So Caleb will be the second alum this summer to make their Major League Baseball debut, with Taylor Kohlwey making his debut earlier this season with the San Diego Padres as the Eagle head baseball coach. What does that mean to you?
That's crazy. I mean, it's just crazy talk. I think we were a little bit surreal and just excited, and it was awesome for Taylor when he got called up, and finally got his chance, and there's a lot of programs out there, Division I, 2, and 3, that have players playing professional baseball, and then there's lots of teams and organizations and whatnot. But to have that moment to get called up and to play Major League Baseball, like for real, there's what percentage of guys actually get to do that, and to have two that both played together on the same World Series teams in 15 and 16 with us. Obviously, huge parts of those teams on the field, and huge parts of those teams off the field in the locker room, to now both get their shot, both drafted by the same scout, into the Padres organization. Taylor's still there, and obviously Caleb moved over to the Brewers organization. Just to have that happen once, to have that happen twice in my opinion, in like my tenure here, is unbelievable. But I mean, it's happened twice in a couple of months now, and I mean, we're ecstatic. It's really cool for those two in particular, and it's really fun to just think about all the stories about those guys and remember them as college players, and now we get to go sit in the stands and hopefully more than just a little bit watch them play Major League Baseball.
And let's fast forward now to and we've talked a little bit about the past, but now currently, what is As a head coach, what is this message to your team now, your current players, guys? What does this mean to this current team?
I haven't really had a chance to, like get with them and talk to them about this. They knew about Taylor in the summer, but we weren't directly together. And now this has happened. We'll clearly, have a chance to sit down and talk with them, especially the pitchers. They've all heard Caleb Bosley stories, in particular, some of the ones I just shared. And others, and I use him because I know what his mechanics are for the most part. They've evolved a little bit, but to try and highlight some of the things that we're trying to do, and like, wow, this guy actually he made it. Like, not just got drafted, and not just played pro ball, but he made it all the way, and he's like physically looks like he's doing some of the same things that we're trying to do, and I think and even just that little kid aspect of things where you're just like, there's a shot. Mm-hmm. There's a chance, and whether we come from Division III or Division II or I, or you can go to Power 5 school, or at a good Division III program, there's a chance you're going to get found, you're going to get seen, and you just got to perform and keep grinding. I think it kind of lights that candle a little bit, or relights it, flames, at least maybe waves the flame to get them thinking about there's a shot.
So you and your staff are going to make the drive to Milwaukee tonight to see Caleb, and as a fellow alum and now head coach of the baseball program, like what do you think your feeling is going to be in that car ride to Milwaukee today?
We're going to be. I'm going down with other assistant coaches here, that everybody knows, Scott Gillitzer and Matt Ziba, Jared Mansky. We're all going down, and we got our gear on, right? We got all our Eagle stuff on, and couple extra pennies to sit as close as we could, and I think most first and foremost just gonna be a fan and just like be able to watch. Like, I know that guy, like I really know that guy, and that's gonna be really fun. But for sure a proud moment for our program. We're gonna get part of good feelings around our program, and there's no better person to represent our program than Caleb Bosley, and in his what he does from a teammate perspective, and from an attitude perspective, from a work ethic perspective, and to represent us on the biggest stage that baseball has to offer. Wow, that's just cool. It's just really cool, and I hope to just kind of soak it in, and take some pictures and some videos, just like any other fan. But I'm super proud of him and how he represents our program every day, clearly, and how he represents himself.
Well, thanks, Coach, and again, congratulations to the Eagle baseball program.
Thank you. Appreciate it.